I think I'm live now. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Neda is here, and welcome to the live session of Draping Society. Happy to be here. Just a few days before New Year, we are entering the new year. I am very excited, little nervous, but welcome. So today we're gonna have some conversation going to through the posts and see your progress and answer some questions, show a little demos on something, some stuff that I saw that I thought maybe that would be helpful for you guys, and little chit chat here and there. And hello. So let me see who's here and how is everyone doing. So today, yes, we have 24 people already. That's great. Welcome. So very happy to see you guys. So I'm taking a look to see who's here. Wow, there are so many people. I'm so happy. Hello. Long time no see, guys. Yes, you are in the right place. So, oh, Sharon is here too. Hi, Una. And it's been a long time since I've been on live with Neda. Looking forward. Me too. I can't wait. A beginner's or welcome. Hi, hello. Hi, guys. My people are here. It's been a long time. I haven't been around. Hello. Let me see. Oh, thank you. Hi, hello. Yes. So, hello. Hi, Darlene. Hi. Welcome, guys. And we have more people are coming. Wow, we are 38. Everybody must be like, this is the last day of the 2022. Let's just make it. I thought nobody's going to come because everybody's having plan or something for the new year, right? But we are here. We went away into the nature for a week, more than a week, and it was so great. I was so bored. That was amazing. So yeah, no internet, no cell phone, and in any kind of a danger, you are basically stuck in the middle of the mountain and wild, and you're like, please don't break anywhere, like your arms, your legs, because then we are stuck here. We have to bring the helicopter to take you out. So it was fun. It was really fun. In our favor, it was there was snow for a few days, and we enjoyed the beautiful serene white everywhere. And after a few days start melting, but we actually caught that first perfect white sheet over everything on the trees, and very hard to drive, very hard to walk. That was the thrill of it, though, because I think that was the moment I just told Josh that I think we got so much used to the comfort of everything, is actually boring us to death. Like, we lost all the challenges of daily lives. Like, we don't have to go chop the wood or milk the cow and stuff like that. Well, I don't have to go like 100 years ago, but even like, if you remember, guys, like 70s, I mean 80s, 90s, even 90s, like when we still had the cell phones, but still at the beginning of everything, we didn't have internet, we didn't have Google, we didn't have Facebook, Instagram, this and that. It was so much how do you say it, it was so much we were not informed as much. And but there was something thrilling. It was something very calming, and naivety of it actually was very fun. And as we get older and we know more, I can compare it, and I think we are one of those very interesting generation that we experienced it all. We experienced it all, like how it was just before, right? And sometimes I have to remind myself, what were we doing when we wanted to meet our friends at school, like outside of this, what we do? Nothing. We would just go to the door. I say, hey, is Chris here? Is Mary here? Like we would actually surprise ourselves. We take the elements of the surprise all together out of the window. Now we have to make sure that we do not lose a minute without knowing if the person is at home or not. If everything has to be like certainty. I think that's the one thing that's actually not working well with human nature, that we take all the mystery away from the living life, everything like a daily routine. Everything turned into very mechanic. Everything turned into very like how do you say it? Automatic, yeah. And that's why we get lots of mental health issues. I know I do. I get like depressed sometimes because because I took all the mystery of the surprises of what's going to happen in a day or in a week or in a month, right? And then I started to create a challenge for myself. That's why we are moving to London. Like out of nowhere. Why are we moving to London? There is not actual very concrete reason for it, because we are very comfortable in our house in Los Angeles. My son loves his school. We are doing great. Life is very, easy. Weather is easy. But I think this too easy, too predictable makes us like, oh gosh, I feel like very, I don't want to say old, because I think I don't want to say that, but I feel like it's just past. We lost all the mystery. So London gonna be a huge mystery. I hope it's not gonna be end of me because at age 46, I'm going to say, oh, let's see how is living in London. I have no idea. It's gonna be crazy, but that's the fun part of it, right? Just throwing myself into unknown and we'll see, we'll survive, we'll find a way. And it's kind of like people are actually taking their bags and going into the like wild. They're just like, I don't know if you should watch this show, like Alone. They are in the middle of nowhere, they try to hunt, they try to build their shed and everything. That's the thrill, just the feeling, the achievement. Okay, I done it. That was very scary, and I've done it. So I kind of wish everyone for the new year to tackle or jump into a challenge that sounds and looks scary for you guys, but each one of you actually achieve, accomplish, and come out of it victorious. That will give you a huge sense of strength and happiness. So that will be my wish to you all. And I am very excited for the 2023. Even sound of it is really weird, but and I need to make my kind of. I like to write about what I want. I kind of vision what I want in my life for the next year. So I usually do it every time at the beginning of the year. But if I don't feel like I am ready for it, I wait, just because it's 2023 is right. Last year I did it like in March. Okay, so sometimes I don't feel ready for that to start writing or envisioning and everything. This year I feel ready. I kind of know what I want. and I know what I don't want, and I am open for the surprises in the between. So that's what I do usually. So I do have I write down on a paper. I have a paper that I write down what I am grateful for, and I give my thanks to universe, to my God, to angels, everyone, everything that actually protected me this last year, and say thank you for all the things that I have. And then after that, after giving my great appreciating everything and giving my gratefulness, and then I start writing about what exactly I want. You can do this practice too. It's actually very it's giving you a hope, and it's giving you a kind of path that what you want in your life, and it's actually brings everything together to make it happen for you. So but you have to envision it. You have to see exactly what you want, where you want to be, how you want to do it, and you see yourself in that position, situation where you want to be. And that's fun. I'm going to do that, and we'll see. So far, I've been doing it since 2007. I've been doing that since 2007. And maybe once or twice I missed it, but I don't miss it at all. And so far, everything that I wanted actually happened. There are some surprises, but that's unpredicted events that might look tragic in the time, but in the big picture, in later years, I realized those events had to happen for me to be able to move forward, to be able to grow. And even those events, and then of course, so I don't have any grudge or any anger or something toward the things that happened to me, or unpleasant things, because I know those came in my life on my path for me to tackle and jump or learn, hurt and learn and grow. So the next time I exactly know what I want and I need, and just go, forward. So, what did you write? Okay, people are talking. Let me see. Okay, now. So, I agree that I now live in a coastal area of northern Maine. I do love to take my morning walks with my pup. That sounds very fun. Okay, there's more. Josh says, go up. Oh, wow. We have lots of comments in here. Yay. Okay, let's say, hi, Rebecca. Tracy here. Long time no see. Welcome. Thank you. I especially wore red for the new year. I will talk about that. I know you are not really used to see me in colors, and I'm here all bam. So hello, so happy to see you again. Me too, Mr. All. Josh, how are you? Lovely teeth. His teeth are very healthy and on par. Hi. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Yes. And ours to have you guys. Hello. Hi. Well, that's great. Hi. Hello. Where were you in the holidays? We were in Yosemite National Park. And going there is a little challenging. Finding a place to stay is more challenging. The hotel that we were staying, there's only one or two hotels in the middle of the park, and usually they're all booked, from months before. So we never thought that we can actually find a spot. Josh once in a while just check it out sometimes. And he found just a week just before New Year and Christmas, and he just jumped on it, and we didn't even think about it. We were like, we have to go. And Yosemite, and we stayed at Ahwahnee Hotel. Ahwahnee is one of the most amazing places I have ever been. It's very interesting. And that built in 1926 is nothing for European countries, but for here, with the way that they built it, the whole story and the decor inside, the interior is a very, very interesting place. So for the people who are in US and or interested in Yosemite, it is a place to look. Unfortunately, they don't have a website. You have to go through National Park website to be able to see if they have a spot or not. It's one of those places, like they don't have any cell phone, no internet, nothing, and they're so proud of it. So so we learned to be proud of it too. But yes, it was fun. Yes, I'm back. Hello. Hi, Karen. Yes, it was breathtaking. You're right. It was beautiful, and it was emotional. Honesty, the beauty of the nature was actually emotional for us. Good morning, Tracy. Hi. What did you say in here? Okay, you just said it. Okay, and what else we have here? Okay, yes, we just said it. Dawn. Hi, Dawn. The UK is a huge difference, and I am 50. I know you moved there. There are so many things I have to learn from you, get tips before I move there too. As a fellow American who moved from California to UK, I'm definitely going to be in touch with you and ask lots of questions. You are moving to London. Wow. Yes, we are. Well, yes, we are. We are moving into 2024 summer. So Arya can start 2024 September school there. So we might have like 2 months to settle and find our place and blah, blah, but we probably going to try to find a spot to stay and close to Arya's school. We applied for some schools, and we are going to have an interview and some tour this spring break. We are going to London and to just visit the schools and meet Josh, mom and dad, in-laws. They're gonna come there. We're gonna stay together, have time together, and of course, just gonna look at the neighborhoods around London. Because we always were in the middle of the London once we were there. So we want to see how is outside of the London a little bit. Still not very out, but greater London. We want to take a look and see the neighborhoods and see where we like to actually reside and live. There's so much to figure out. Oh, wow, London, nice, you guys will do well. Hopefully, we'll see. When we are in London, I am hoping to have actually live on place, in-person workshops. Not very often, maybe twice or 3 times a year. But that's something that I kind of was thinking to start doing it when we are there. And to start at least get social with people and be in person and travel around Europe and be able to see, how it goes. And hopefully we can achieve that. London, that is exciting. My nephew and family live there and they love it. Yes, I hope so. Josh is kind of nervous for the too much rain. Arya loves rain, as what he says. We will see when in reality and expanding the experience that if he's going to love it or not. For me, more than weather, the nature is very important. I mean, of course, we have a beautiful nature in US as well, but that's kind of being in the middle of the everything what's going on, and Europe, and it's close to my father. He lives in Denmark, and my cousins are all spread all around Europe. They're in Sweden, they're in Germany, Hamburg, Barcelona. I do have a lot of family members and friends in Europe, more than like maybe 4 or 5 times more than what we have in a US. That's one big reason. And of course, another big reason is for Arya to be close to his grandpas and grandma and the cousins. So while growing up, he will have enough, lots of people around him. Because in here, we are kind of don't have much going on. And after I lost my mom, as you all know, um, we don't have much of a reason to stay in, California or here. So we were thinking maybe go back to Europe because we just love to travel in Europe, and every summer we are going to Europe. So that must say something, right? We're like, okay, let's just go there. We'll see. Yay. Hi. Oh, of course. We just started. Hi. Me too. Okay. Can you do an in-person class before you go to London? Oh, that's an idea. Maybe. We never thought about it in US because it's so. The thing about America, it is so big. Everybody is coming from very far away, and most of our members are in North America. I mean, we are in North America, but in kind of closer to East Coast and Canada, right? Do we have around here? Just few. We will see, but might be an idea. Okay, I'm gonna take a look. I'm just gonna take a fast look and then go to because today we have, look, I have a big list of what I'm going to talk about today. So a lot of things. Which dress form do you recommend I purchase? I'm petite. I can send you my measurements if you need them. Yes, of course. I can give you an idea because I'm going to talk about that too a little bit. I can. I recently purchased another dress form. I can see it here. Josh is going to bring it. Ta-da! Where was this from?
The shop company.
The shop company. We got this from the shop company. It's pretty decent as a price because we are in US and they didn't charge me for the shipping, of course. I'm going to talk about the Alvanon. Oh my God, I have so many stories and I want to talk to you about it. Oh, there are so many things. I think this live is going to take 3 hours today because there are so many things I need to tell everyone. Okay, so I have to just not look at the screen. Okay, so this is the thing, what's going on. I have to get to the bottom of why I bought another dress form, right? So me and Josh are starting talking about what we can bring new to our draping society. How can we make people more happy, and how can we have bigger community? What is missing? So this might be a new surprise for everyone, but I am happy to say it just as a new news for the new year. We are definitely 100% adding many drafting, pattern making contents in our draping society as well. So it's not only going to be draping, also we're going to have lots of drafting, and starting from making the base patterns like tops, bodies, torso, skirt, sleeves, coats, pants, everything. And I am going to share them with you. So most of them gonna be done probably in demos. We are weekly demos, and on weekly demos, I also want to add a little bit of time to go over fit issues that people are having. Like we seriously have like a fit issues moment. Okay, so and that's going to be cut and that's going to be added to the our Draping Society and maybe YouTube. And the fit issue is going to be from the people. Of course, they have a fit issues and they are asking on the Draping Society. But what if nobody's sharing anything and they forgot and this and that? And then I'm going to pick from internet or from the social media. Then I see a fit issue in a garment and I can share it and say why did happen in that lovely lady. That dress doesn't fit right, and that's the reason. So basically, we're going to have draftings, new draftings, starting with the base patterns, and then going to add more designs, more interesting designs, designs that you usually don't find in ready-made pattern. Okay, so you cannot purchase it outside. So stuff that we usually don't see it. We don't, find it online to buy it. So we're going to do that. We're going to go over lots of designers' work like Alexander McQueen's and, Jenny Peckham or anyone, Christian Dior, whatever we love, and then pick some interesting garment and try to tackle it, how we can make that top or skirt or that dress on drafting. And if it is it's very draping project, we can actually turn it into a draping project as well. And that will be the new thing that we are going to add. Anyway, so for that reason, I needed to purchase another dress form that is more normal. Normal. It's, the size that is, because I figured out my dress form, that lady, do you see that skinny lady out there? Like, not that one. This her. She says size 6, guys. Okay, so size 6 in industry is actually not even a sample size. You have to be size 4 for the sample sizes. Every hot designers that you pick, not the big manufactured dresses. I'm talking about the hot designers, couture. Whatever the clothes that you see it, they are on sample dresses or sample that you see it on runway. And they're all for size 4. It says 4, industry 4 on runway means 0 or 2. They are seriously like they hardly fit in around my arm, okay? So that lady says size 6, and I thought maybe she's size 6 because I am not anything close to her, so I couldn't see. Oh, I'm super skinny. Why this is too tight for me? I couldn't, evaluate it. But I had some customers coming to me, and they are super super thin and perfect unicorns. They even found it tight. Okay, so I had to reevaluate, understand. I need to make some patterns, but I want to have those patterns in more regular, kind of normal size. She's so skinny. And the other one is little, goes to the large size. So I try to get size 10. But why this is doing that? I kind of frozen. Am I frozen in your side too, or is it on my screen? So guys, let me know. Okay, so it's only my computer. So what was I saying? Okay, so size 10, but I made my research and realized 80-90% of the industry, brands, are using Albanon forms. So alva forms are one of the very commonly used industry dress forms, that they do the fittings, they do drapings, or they do whatever, those. And I try to contact them and try to buy one from the alva forms. And this is a very fun part that starts. And Josh and me, we were trying to just tackle the new technology, what we can use. And because there was an idea as well, when we are making those drafting patterns, maybe I can make those patterns printable for you. Like you can download it as a PDF and print it, and you can put it together and give it a try. So that was an idea and still is valid. We are working on it, and that will be available as well. It's going to take a little time. You're going to definitely have the videos. I have to make it if you want to do it yourself. But also, I will provide some of the projects patterns that you can download and print it out and cut it. So to be able to do that, we needed to visualize the look. So Josh is looking at what Chloe? V-Stitcher and Chloe are the technology in 3D that you are actually putting the patterns on the real body, on the digital environment, and actually see how it looks. So when you design, you can make the pattern and you are putting it on the the 3D models, and actually it's said to be very, very close to what it's going to look. So Josh is kind of looking at that. So I just don't want to lose you. Basically, we came to the conclusion that the alva form is actually the form that everybody is using in the industry, like 80%, 90% of the brands, hot brands, big brands. And we were like, okay, we have to purchase one of these. And we have to purchase online 3D dress form model also, that you have to basically get it as a membership or yearly licensing, so you can use their forms to be able to draft patterns and try it on her, right? So, and these are the prices if you want. Okay, the prices. Dress forms to buy from them. Okay, so we were very confident. We are the business owner. We can buy a dress form. It's fine, right? We were like, we can buy it. Just Josh, just get it one for me. I need it so badly. Huh? Let's get two. Not even one. Size, one size 10, one size, I don't know, 14, something like that. And then after many times leaving the calling, nobody's returning, emailing, they returned after 4 days. And they were like, of course, let me give you some prices. So full form is like $2,400, which means above $2,000, yes? And handling is like $300. Shipping is $3,000 shipping. And I was like, what? You don't, it's more expensive than the whole dress form itself. And altogether, it's nothing, just $8,000. Huh? For two dress forms. And you were like, we're going to circle on that and come back. We're going to circle on that and come back. And they were like, okay. So I was like, okay, at least we can get the digital one. We can make the patterns on Gerber or Chloe and try it on her on the digital 3D dress form. And they're like, we have to call you back. So we were like, okay. So we waited for a few days. They wanted to talk to us over the phone. And this is, guys, this is just a dress form. Okay. So we were like, they just like, I don't know, we give like $200 or something for a year. I mean, we're just going to use the 3D dress form. That's fine, right? We have to give the licensing. They wanted to know what kind of business are we, how big are we, and how much money we are making, and this and that. So Anyway, they called us and we basically explained ourselves. And I said, we are actually the platform that helps the home sewers, mostly home sewers. They didn't like the sound of a home sewers. They looked down on us. They were like, oh, so you're not like a fashion school and you are not a big brand that sells a $3,000 top or dress. I said, no, we are actually helping all the people, ladies who wants to like to sew at their home for themselves. And they were like, let me talk to my group, to my board or something and come back. And that's that. It's about 10 days. They didn't return my calls again. And we were like, dude, that was very humiliating. I'm just getting a dress form and on digital, and they are not even returning. And I just remember how high fashion, anything related to high fashion are mean, demeaning. And I was like, oh God, I'm so happy that I'm out of that industry. I am so happy. I am with my girls, with my boys, with my people. I hate it. I just remembered. That was a slap on my face, remembering, oh gosh, and if, and I was like, you know what? Just look at their measurements. I'll find another dress form that is close to the measurements. I'll just create my own industry, closer to industry size dress form. Yes, that was totally unacceptable, Dawn. You're right. And it was very maddening for me. And I'm like, dude, you have no idea who you're talking to. And I didn't want to, grandeur myself or something. But dude, you're just a seller and it's a dress form, and whatever. So anyway, I was very upset for a few days. When they didn't return after that call, I was to Josh, they're not gonna sell us anything. And Josh was like, no, he was very, Adam, he was very nice, and he's going to. I said, you have no idea about the fashion people. These are not gonna. They are looking very low at us. They are like, oh, you peasants, and you're not gonna call me. And Josh was like, no, just give him a 2 days. He's gonna come back. I mean, we can just, get as an individual buyer. And I was like, dude, you have no idea. And it's been 10 days, and Josh is like, I think you were right. I said, yes, I was right. Because I've been in this industry for like 20 years, and I know how F they are. So anyway, that's the story of the dress form. So I got her because apparently she's size 10, but I think she's size 12 or 10 of UK and size 8 of US. So, and from there, I am going to, and there are a little bit of padding here and there I'm going to do. And I will pad her a little bit, tiny bit in some places. She's actually perfect around size 10 of UK. Little bit bigger bust area for the 10 of UK. It's like 12 of the UK around the breast, but the waist and the hip is actually 10 of UK. So I think we're fine. So I'm going to work around that. I'm going to let you know. Guys, challenges like this never stops me. Actually, it makes me mad and I want to prove them wrong. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to buy them ever again. I rather to actually call, what was this French brand? Mm-hmm. What was that French dress form that I wanted to get? That's a good question. I forgot. I'm going to just order my own size at some point, and I'd rather to pay for that $10,000, but not buy Alvanon from now on. I'm so upset. Anyway, so. Huh? What? Just now? Because I didn't see any news in the morning. Well, I'm going to take a look at that. Yes, but she lived a full life and she was like 80 something. 81, right on time. She lived amazing life. She was the first person who actually was in the big punk time of UK starting, and she did amazing job. And 4 minutes ago, wow, okay. And I am proud to say that one of my teacher that I learned draping from was actually worked for her for a long time, and he's one of the San Martin's Central San Martin students. But we worked for the Vivian Westwood, and he shared his very precious knowledge with us. And I'm very proud to be at least a tiny bit of having the feeling of how it is. So yes, she had a great contribution to the fashion world, and she was a legend, and she left a beautiful, big, huge legacy behind. Anyway, so I want to go back to that. Nothing motivates like an angry woman on a mission. That's right. Yes, it is right. But I am very excited. I am super excited for the new projects that are going to come, new courses, short, small courses, like 3-4 weeks or 5 weeks courses on drafting projects we are going to do. And we are starting with the skirt, and it's probably going to come out about like 3 weeks. We are going to launch our new course, and that's going to be skirt. Very interesting, fun skirts, and very base things that we need to have it as well, like our blocks, our for jersey, for woven, and everything else. And on top, many fun projects too. Some of them are going to be sewn by me as well, and that's going to be fun. I will let you know as soon as I have the whole project set. Now I will go to the posts of the Draping Society, our group, and see some of the progresses. After that, I am going to talk about darts. And I kind of see some people are having issues with the dart closures, how to create a good dart, especially on the bodices. And going to talk about that. That's another huge, big demo, but it is one of the demos that I think most of people have going to find it helpful, hopefully. And after that, we are going to talk about why the darts are pointy sometimes and how you can, fix it. How you can fix your pointy darts around your breast areas. So we're going to talk about that as well. And what else? I think Nikki asked something about, yes, Catherine, Princess of Wales dress choice. I'm going to talk about that as well. Woohoo! Okay, let's go to our Facebook group and see. Today is a very full day. Okay. Water a little bit. Ooh, new things are in here as well. Okay, let me. Is that 3? And me here. Okay, so this is me. Okay. So Leah, just working on an idea for evening gown. I have been wanting to try out making a symmetric V. Ooh. Front with cage cups and illusion mesh. The toile is looking good so far, only a few minor tweaks Now to figure out what the bottom of the dress should look like. Okay, so let me see of this one. Okay. So you probably made your own, line, and so this is kind of curved at the bottom. Very, very brave of you, girl, to make that curved V front. Okay, this is going to be extra tight, of course. You don't have to add anything because it has to be tight anyway. So the front piece, what was the sides look like? Okay, the sides are like that. Okay, let me see. The bustier lines looking okay. Of course, you need to, make, when it's tighter, probably it's going to be straighter. The front going to be mesh. Is that going to be only front? Are you actually mesh going all the way around the neck and the armhole? Yes, it's a yes corset, and you are going to put the bonings and everything, of course. So it will be so much sturdier. My only, you already know, you took the, you were in the master, DCM master class. My only concern would be make this area, oh, that was, let me get this. Okay, yeah. Make this area as as sturdy as possible right away. Otherwise, it's going to be, ripply. You have to double maybe interface that area, or just put a little bit of straight grain organza, thin organza, to make it not stretch at all right away. The first thing that you should do around the curve, you have to make it as solid as possible. Otherwise, if you let it sit like that, it's gonna get a little bigger. So the moment you're actually doing it, when you're ironing it, do not iron it with just press, lift, press, lift. Do not ever, slide it on it. That's gonna give at least 1 centimeter of the, it's gonna make it wider. So don't do that. Yes, mesh will go over the shoulder to the back. Awesome. That's the safest. And that's the safest way to do it. Other than that, it's okay. I think, you know how to do this. You tackled so many of these. This is nothing to you, girl. And yes, that's good. One thing that I can give you as a little suggestion, just an idea, food for thought. If you can move this line a little bit closer to the side of the breast, that will help to squeeze the side of the breast. It looks like a little bit wider out. You have to bring it about a centimeter and a half or something at the top to the side. So because you're going to add boning and stuff in there, that's going to kind of make it a little more sturdier and kind of going to squeeze the ladies in. Just an idea. It's going to be super sexy, of course. The back is good. Everything is good. Can't wait to see this project, Leah. Just share it. I love to see more. And this is us. And now, about these bodies, she shared more pictures. Thank you. This is what I wanted to see and I wanted to talk about. So here, love, the thing about here, I am going to show you. I want you to elongate this to here. So if this is your apex, this ends in a perfect place. This one needs to come about this much forward. Short darts means wider legs, because when you're shorten a distance, it gets wider, right? Kind of. I need you to make it a little longer. I'm going to show you how you can make it longer on the pattern. You don't have to do it on, drape it again. You can make the little changes on the pattern. I'm just going to share it with you. So you already might know, but I'm going to share it with you. And one more thing that I wanted to actually show. The back is perfect. Everything is great. The side you made a little smaller, you said. The neck needs to be a little bit widened, just a tiny bit. You need to come out about 0.5 centimeter at least, because that I just for your base pattern, right? Just for your block. Just bring it little down, because it's probably not at the base of your neck. It is actually coming on your neck. You want to be on the base of your neck, so it has to come down a little bit more, just about 0.5 centimeters, 77.5, little lower millimeters. You have to come down a little bit, and that's after that is good. Okay. Yes, I was going to show you how you can make the little changes on your darts. Yes. Ooh, just heard about the addition of drafting and block making and printable patterns. Christmas arrived early. Yes, we will add those for sure. And we have I am wearing in a pictures posted under the posting. It's even worse on me. Oh, let me see it. I didn't. Okay, maybe in the comment section. It's not worse on you. I need pictures a little bit away from you. When we are too close to you, I can't see exactly the whole issues, right? And when you do that, just send me a few pictures of your arms down, your arms a little bit up, not that high, because when you do that high, you're lifting the shoulder. Just maybe a little T pose lower, huh? A pose? A pose. That's like kind of like this, right? Kind of like this. Not that, just like this. And so I can see the whole silhouette and the whole issues, if there is any, so I can help you out better. But yes, this we will move it to here now. This is good. Armhole is actually okay. The sides are, it's just little long for you, the front. This one needs to be little shorter. I don't know, I can't see the whole well, but I think this one needs to be a little shorter for the actual bodies. Other than that, it doesn't have a huge issues here, just a little bit of here. Yes, I will take a look at the more pictures, but this is, you can take a look at the screenshot later. And here, what are you saying? We have it. I didn't know. That's actually very good. We will take a look at them. Don't worry. Yes, I am on. No, it looks good. Let me see. Okay, the back is a little tight, and I know why. because you need to make this one a little bit less tight around here. So it will come down, and it is little big around here. We need to make it little short. I will show you how you can do it on the pattern. And other than that, it is long. It is at least 2 centimeters or 1 inch long. And just because it's tight, it's kind of bunched up, you know, right here, like ripples here. That's why you need to make the darts little larger. We need to make the darts little larger, make the larger little bigger. And after that, that will drop down. The whole bodice will drop down because it's going to be little less tight around your waist and it's not going to lift up. And after that, yes, I can see it's little squeezing from, you know, it's little tight around there as well. So it's overall, the back is tight, not the front. So we need to add a little bit of room in the back of the bodies. I will show you on the pattern. Yeah, front, the sides are perfect. Only we need to make a little changes at the back of the pattern. We will do that on the table for you, and that will help. And we're going to make a little changes on the front side bust dart. That's it. Yes, this one needs to be little as well. This one needs to little close it, and going to give extra room in here and drop it down. But I'm going to give you, you know, what you can do with your pattern. It looks good, actually. It's really good. Don't worry about it. It's just your dress form probably at the back is a little tighter, smaller than yours, okay? That's why the way that you drape it on it or worked on it is probably, that's why it's, the front is okay. You're good in there. Okay. Can I have a tea? Okay. You know what? I'm going to start with helping your bodies first before I forget the issues. And I'm going to, of course, look at the pictures of the issues and going to help you out with that. And after that, I'm going to talk about the darts. I'm going to talk about concave darts, convex darts, and darts length, how you have some issues and how you can fix them with your darts. And right after that, we want to talk about the little bit of dresses. Okay, so I think we need to top down. Yes, I need my iPad to be able to see. Just it's not showing. I'm going to bring my bodice pattern block. Okay. Is it on yet? Okay. Gonna look at some of those issues. Okay. Now, I need you to get closer a little bit to the table. Okay, let's show a little bit of sorting out the fit issues. So this is the front. Let's say this is your body's pattern, okay? And this one has a bust dart as well, and a waist dart, just like yours. So we're good. This is my tea. Let's put it right here. Ouch, it was hot. Okay. I think you have to stimulate Ari a little bit before he jumps out of the room. Okay. Okay, good. Now, this is the front and this is the back. Let me go closer so you can have a better visuals. Let's say the black is green, the back is green, and the front is blue, so we don't mix it up. I didn't see the back shoulder dart, but I assume you fixed that already. Maybe you took it out of the sleeves, right? The armhole. The way that I showed you how you can take the shoulder dart. I think you did that already. So this is the bust. And this is the back dart length. Good. Don't have to talk about that anyway. Now let me draw the darts. It doesn't show much. Huh? You needed to make it brighter? I think you might just need to come a little lower. No? Okay, it's visible, I think. If, if it's not as visible, let me know, guys. So this is the waist dart. Your dart, I'm going to show you that first, is like this is the apex. This is the apex. And your dart is about 2 inches away from it. So like this. Right now it looks like this. Okay. You just need to, this is the center of the dart, right? Which has to be parallel with your, it has to point, the point of your dart has to go straight to your bust point. Same goes for the waist dart. All the darts that we have should point toward the apex. So that's why in that line that you go straight, you have to come about 1 inch forward. I'm going to do it in the red. Come 1 inch forward and remake your dart from your dart leg to your point, just like that. And let's say, as I saw it on your pattern, I saw that you have a rounder bust, and maybe making this little longer, you're concerned that will make it tighter around your bust. But this is the one thing. When you do have a little rounder side bust, like the round-sided bust, you want to create concave darts. So we will talk about that too. Concave darts are basically, let me show you in here. Can I just, maybe yes, I will cut that. So we'll talk about that first. When you do have little rounded, more, let me see, oops, okay. Concave darts and convex darts. So let's say you do have round side bust, which I do too. Some people have very straight coming from the side of their breast, and some is rounder. I do have a rounder one. So any dart that is little straight on the side is going to be tight for me, especially if I'm wearing something that is fitted. On a non-fitted tops, dresses, nothing is that much issue, right? So this is our apex, this is our bust dart, and waist dart. Let's say you do have a very, very small waist and very round bust area, okay? So on the pattern, you can have this as regular, and then you tried it on and you saw that the side is little tight. This area under your bust is little roomy. It's not actually, you want more contour around the below your bust, just because you have a like big bust. Let's say, for example, if your body shape is kind of like this, like you have a very small waist, but you have a round breast, girls, and on the sides are round, okay? So this is your body shape, okay? You have a very small waist, and from the side, like this dart coming here and that dart coming here, the dart at the bottom creates a lot of room. From the side of the body, let's say you are like that, Okay, like this is your armhole, and this is your side or whatever. And when you put the bodice on, this is a little bit of room in here. You might want to have this room, this area to be a little more contour, little bit more close to your body. And you have the dart in here, which is little tight, and it starts to making little bit of pressure. You see that. So in here, you need to make your dart little bit roomier. So from the middle of the dart, of course, of where you're folding to there, you're making the mark. And you take about 1/8, and in centimeters, it is something like 3 millimeters. Okay, so somewhere in the middle, let's say somewhere in the middle, you are making 2 or 3 millimeters points, and which is like about 1/8, right? You make this, you make this. And you, at the top of the tip of your dart, you don't want to be very pointy. And whenever you're sewing your dress, your bodies, okay, this is pointy, and you don't know how to deal with this anymore. I'm going to draw it with the red, and this is a little thick, so I'm going to find something that is thinner. You curve the blade a little bit. Now, here, this is the end point. This is the end point of your dart. It doesn't mean you have to finish it right here. You can actually get closer as possible around here. And in here, you can make it little. I'm going to show you. So you want to curve that dart a little bit. From here, you don't change here at all. You're not changing. You're starting from that point, and you need to finish in that point as well, but you have to hit this new little tighter, like little smaller, right? So from here, you're adding, staying same. Here you're at the 0 point, and you make a little curve. Same thing in here. You make a little curve as well. Do you see that? And on the pattern, I'm going to kind of show you how to sew something like this, okay? And in here, so this will give you almost about more than a quarter, like a little bit more than a 1/4 inch around the roundness of your breast. In here, you're still taking the amount that you need to take, but in here, it's not going to be tight. It's going to give you a little bit of more room around the roundness of your breast. And at the bottom of your breast, actually, this is like roomy. It kind of looks like this. You don't want that. You want to be this one to actually go in a little bit. So in this case, again, this is your end of, so this is a concave dart. Okay, you can Google search it and see about it, but that's how it's mostly used. And usually wherever we are hitting that needs a, for example, on the skirt, for example, let me show on the skirt. We do have these issues on the skirts as well, because sometimes our tummy is not super flat, right? Like here, let's say if this was just one dart, and in here we can have a little longer, but we do have a little bit of tummy here, and actually having a one big dart in here makes it a little tight and creates a little tension. That's why you want to add little concave darts, so it kind of gives a little bit of room and it's not going to be that tight anymore. So for here, let's go in the middle of the dart. Okay. In here, if you do want to make it a little tighter, this time, you go about, again, 1/8 out. And you add, here we are not changing anything, but we are adding a little bit of room. So you try to find something that matches here and here and here, on hits the right place and the right amount, and then you draw your line. You do the same thing in here. Do you see that? So this way, this will create a little bit more contour around here. This will go a little bit, what? Go a little bit inside. So, and these are convex darts. Got it? So basically, at the concave dart, there is more room for curves that, you basically slightly curve it. So that works around, high hip of the skirt. If you do have a curvier high hip and it's not coming straight, you can do it on the skirt for the darts. And slightly lumpy, not lumpy, bumpy lower belly. That's what works well. And around this round-sided bust like this. This is where you are using the, concave darts. And you're usually giving around 1/8, 3 millimeters, and that should be enough. If anything, you need more, and then you have to readjust your darts basically again. Drinking my tea, just a second. And for the convex darts, it creates a just nicer contour, like the way I just talked about you. And this is actually on the skirts, is good for the sway back. And at the back of the basically bodies as well, like in here, if you do have a little sway back, you can create a convex dart in there. It allows a dart to fit more snugly, onto the lower back. And you can actually do that on the skirt as well. If especially you have a sway back and you have a rounder hip, and you might need to create that little contour around your lower waist. And of course, for the lower of the, around lower below the bust, you want to create more contour. So that's about it about these darts. You can change the dart length to create a more smooth lines, as we are doing here for you. Okay, and that was your one of your issues. You need to add a little bit of get closer to the apex, about 1 inch as I saw it. But I think as long as you have about 1 to half an inch away from your bust point, you are fine. You can elongate this one a little bit more. And bottom was looking really good. Nothing problem in there. So that's it. at the back. Let me take a look at your problem of the bodies at the back. Going to come back to you. Okay, in here. Okay, so as I see it in your bodies, we had more in here, I think. Yes. Okay, this is the one I need. I don't see this is actually the on the back. When I see it, it doesn't seem like you need to add here. On some of the other picture, it was looking like it's little. Now this one is okay. This one is okay as well on the armhole and everything. This one was little, maybe because you are pulling your arm to the front. Maybe that's why. I don't really know. But when you're standing straight, if this one is actually closer to your armhole, like around here, then you don't need to add anything to this area. I think that's okay. Your main issue though, I can see it. Your dart, let's say this is your dart, this is your side seam, and this is your center back. And this is a little too long, but to understand how long it is, I think you need to make the dart tiny bit little smaller at the bottom. Let's say this is 3 centimeters, and maybe you should come out around here like about I think at least you need half in here and half in here. Okay, I'm gonna make it in red. So you need half in here, half in here, and the center of this is about 2.5, somewhere like here, and go up. You need to make your back dart little smaller. Yes, you need to make your back dart little less wider, smaller. Okay, so this will give you a little bit of extra room in here, but that's not enough. You need to add a little bit in here as well. I think you need about 1 centimeter at the side of your bust, side seam, but to here you have to go straight. You need to give extra room in here a little bit. So let's say you did this and this is dropping down. Of course, you need to make this shorter. Let me, actually, I need to do this on the screen. Yeah, and then I might just go to the table, but are we in here? It's not going there. Am I showing? Okay, I'm not showing on my screen. Just a second. Okay. So I'm assuming you are seeing me because I'm not seeing myself on the screen. So this is it. Okay. Okay, awesome. So After, see, when this is released, this dart is actually very short. This dart has to go a little up. For some reason, this area, I think, is too long, not the waist. So instead of taking out of the waist, maybe we should take it from here and lift the back a little bit up, not from the bottom. Because this one is the waist dart, I think it's okay. I think your dress form, whatever you are draping on, she has a longer back than yours. From your nape to your waist is shorter than hers. This is, that's why it's happening. And the issue is not cutting it from your waist. The issue is cutting it from your back side. So for that reason, I am going to show you how you can do that. But when you are doing this, we can do that just at the bust point, not at the top level. So you are not messing up with your armhole. We are just going to make it a little bit lower on just below on the bust line at the back. I'm going to do it on the table now. So I can see this is, let me, because since I'm showing it in here, I don't want you to create a little, where is mine? Şeymiş gördün mü? Okay, here. Because you're gonna see it and says, oh, this doesn't look like mine. I don't want this happen. Let's say we don't have this issue at all. We don't have the back dart right now. Okay, so we're good. So this area is big for you. So what would you do? This is what we're gonna do. And do you know how big it is? I think it's about 1 inch almost about 1 inch, as the way I see it in the pictures. So this is your bust line and the back. So from there, you need to separate your back here, okay? And you need to bring this up about 1/2 inch or 1 inch. You have to pinch it. You have to pinch and see how big it is in your back. Let me look at your side seam as well to understand if it's only happen in the center of your back or it's on here as well. See, in here, the side seam is okay. You have a good question in here. Will I have a problem draping on her then? I mean, her back will still be longer than mine. No, because you are going to use your base bodies, base pattern to finalize, correct any pattern you are making when you are transferring anything from your draping. You can add your, which I kind of show it, you can add your block onto your back pattern, and then you can make it tiny bit little shorter. So we see on the side seam, it doesn't show, it kind of, it is. Let me see where it is. Okay, very good. Do you see this is your actually waist? You're lifting. Think about it. You're lifting your arm. You're lifting your arm, and I can still see it. It is a little long for you. Do you see here? So, but here I don't see any, little bit of ripple, not much, but I see it here mostly. So it is the back of exactly center back that needs to be little taken. Do you understand? So at the bottom, we have to cut anyway, release a tiny bit of the dart, little bit, to just make it a little bit roomier. We have to shorten the bodies a little bit, about 2 centimeters. And only the center back. So this is the area that you are actually having a problem. This is the area you do have a problem. On the side, it is kind of coming straight. In here, we need to make it shorter, but this is the area needs to be taken in, and I'm going to show you how. Okay. So if this is the point, so in here, I suggest to stay at the 0 point. In here, maybe about ½ an inch. Or actually, the top part needs to be. Do you see that? Just a ½ an inch, come down. Just a tiny bit. And then tape. And at the top, yes, at the bottom, do you see? Actually, don't give any extra room in here. Keep the side as it is. Don't touch anything on the side seam, because we are going to give extra room in here. Do you see that? This one needs to be a little bit come out about half a centimeter maybe will do, because it's going to be 1 centimeters, maybe about 1 centimeters each side. And the here is 0 point. At here, you are 1 centimeter. Going to give this, yes. Okay, so this way you are actually giving extra little room at the where you are feeling little tight, which is around here, around here. In here is a little bit tight, so you're actually giving extra room in here by little giving, you're adding a little bit of this one. And you are taking away that little extra whatever you have here is about like a line, about ½ an inch, which we are taking it out. And after doing this, it's probably going to release. After doing this, it's probably going to release and drop down a little bit. And if it doesn't drop down, you have to cut or make it little shorter in here. Which from here, I would suggest to go up about ½ an inch. ½ an inch. Make it shorter. That ½ an inch has to go to the front as well. The front though, there is one thing in the front. Let me see the front piece again. Yes, the front is long as well. You are lifting your arm, that's why it's kind of going up. The front needs to be shortened as well. I can see it, this is a little long. So you make that adjustment. Same thing to the front of your bodies. Half an inch, and before you make this short, close your dart and then shorten it. Close your dart. Okay, like that. After making that, just make half, half, and then shorten your. Same thing for the back of this one as well. Actually, you have to close the dart at the back and then shorten it. Okay, so that's that. And the back, you have to close the dart. And when you do that, you probably you stay with your dart as the way it is. Don't play with your dart, or you have the leg of your dart as it is, and just from your underarm go across. From your underarm go across straight, and this is the point that you should go. At the center of your dart, which is around here, you go straight up. You're not changing the leg of your dart. You make another, just after correcting this, you can make your dart now. So your new lines will be here. You need to make this area, correct this area here. And this pen is kind of dried out. What is this? This is no.
It's actually half an inch shorter. It's extra length I put in to check it was long enough.
It is too long. When you have a too long of a pattern, it creates a problem that you cannot see the fit properly. So adding that length is actually against your favor. It's not favor to you. Let me see. It is actually half an inch shorter. It's extra length. I put it on to check it was long enough. Don't do that. You are okay. You are okay. And then you have your basic bodice block with the curved dart, and you want to use this block to make a new shape. Would you revert back to a straight dart? For example, making a semi-fitted top, use the curved dart for fitted clothing only. Would that be all right? It doesn't have to be for the fitted clothing. What is fitted? If it's showing on your, like for example, this bodice of mine, this dress or top of mine, doesn't have to have that kind of a dart, right? Because it's big. But if it's even the little closer to your body, and as long as it's not creating any, if it creates a little tension around your bust, side of the bust, you want to change your dart a little bit and make it concave, right? To create a little bit of room for your side of your breast, or for your, you can convex around your waist. Let me read your question one more time, see if I understand what you mean. Yes. No. You don't turn the convex or concave dart. You are not actually putting it on the, you can have a straight dart. You can just have a little dash line of the concave and or the convex darts as a reminder. You don't have to change the whole dart into that, because yes, you want to use the straight one, okay? When you are turning something for larger bodies or something else, it's basically mostly for sewing. For example, I want to show you guys how you can sew it as well. For the pointy darts, when the darts tap head, it becomes a little pointy. There are two reasons your darts becomes pointy when you close it. There are two reasons. If the amount of the dart is a little too big, that creates a little pointy head, because you are basically creating some kind of a corner almost if it's too big, right? Because you're closing it and then it becomes a corner. There are two ways that you can fix it. Either you are separating those big chunk of the darts into two darts, which I will show you next week on the demo. I'm going to talk about spreading two darts in, one dart to two darts, how you can, create that, or maybe you can manipulate one dart to two darts and where you should put that dart. This is the more drafting things, but you can, after draping, when you are making your pattern, you can actually apply all of these to your pattern as well. Doesn't matter. And I'm going to talk about that next week, and talking about how you can manipulate darts, how you can turn one big dart in two darts or three darts if you need. And we're going to talk about that next week. And the darts has to be aligned with the kind of toward the bust point. I'm going to talk about that next week. It's a little bigger demo thing, and I'm going to cover it next week. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to talk about it because I'm having here what was going to. Okay, the pointy darts. I want to show you something. Let's say, maybe take it up. Two, sorry. Let's say you do have a, this is not a good fabric. I had to iron it. I didn't, but I think you're okay with that. Let's say, where is that? This is your dart point, and this is the dart leg, and this is the whole dart, and your darts comes out most of the time very pointy, and you need to fix it. So I will go ahead, and this is the center of my dart. Okay, so this is the center of my dart, and this is the dart I needed. And you are not actually doing it concave, because the concaving the dart is actually helps to create a little bit thinner in here. But if that's the point, so this is your end point, and this is the dart legs. When you are sewing this piece, make sure that you are folding in the middle, and this is perfectly done in the middle. There are two ways to do that, guys. Some people start sewing the dart from here down. Some people sew it from here to the point. I am going to show you maybe both of them, and then I have to make two samples. Okay. Just gonna cut another piece. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. let's say you have another dart that is just like that. And again, you want to get rid of the pointiness. You do have the issue of that. So you make sure this one is actually why I am not doing this. Let me say notch, notch. And the notches are matching. Perfect. Okay. Now, and here at the where it ends, I do have a pin. Just like here. Okay, let's go to the table of the sewing. When I'm sewing, can they hear this? Listen to me. When I'm sewing darts, if I do have a problem with the darts a little bit, you can iron here a little bit to make it press it down. If I do have a problem with it, my machine is automatic cutting the thread. Can I have a little scissor? Those little pieces, the nippers. Do you see nippers? That works. I turn off my thread cutting, and yes, and I bring my stitch length to 2.5 or 2.3 is a good one. Make it smaller. So this is the one I am going to start from the bottom, this one. So basically I start from the bottom. Oh, I was turning it off, but let's say I turned off now the locking itself. So this is my, can they see exactly? Can you go a little back? Go back a little bit. Okay. So this is my end point of my dart, and it tends to come very pointy. What I do, I continue my sewing, and toward my dart ending, I need to go a little closer. So I'm kind of making it concave toward the end of my point of my dart, and I about have 2 centimeters away from my point, and I get as close as possible to the end of the fold, like I am by the just right at the fold. Can they see it very closer? Can you just zoom in and this way? Do you see this is my end point, and I'm almost at the end of it. And I pull it out. I lock the thread here. 1, 2, If you want, you can do 3 so it doesn't unravel, and cut it at the here. So when I open it up, it basically, of course, have this one in the middle, but it kind of becomes very straight, almost like, because at the here, can you give me pencil, the black, yeah, that one. It doesn't show the thread, unfortunately, but this is my thread at the tip of my dart. I got super close, okay, and I kind of created this tiny, so there is not much in here. That's not going to create too much of a room around your tip of your dart. That's going to be fine because you already have here. Here is okay, but you're blending in with the fabric. This way, when you press it, try to press the here, make it as much as possible straight, and press it down. And then that will make it actually very less pointy. And sometimes people start at the tip. Sometimes I do, actually. And if that's the case, you can start from the top of the, again, have your thread out. And when you do it, make sure you put your needle in. You have to catch it. I don't have my glasses on, guys. I'm sorry. Down, maybe 1, 2, okay, maybe 3. And then when you feel comfortable, you can start going. Try to go underneath, yeah. And then at the end, you can backstitch. And here, you don't need at the beginning. So in here, of course, tie it one more time here. Sometimes it's easier starting from the top tip. And again, this is how I did it. I started very close to the edge of the fold, and then I slowly blended with my width of my dart, just like that. And that will create, again, very straight. It's not going to be too pointy, but sometimes you do have a very big dart, okay? Can I have the pencil and the ruler? Pencil is here, ruler. No, straight ruler. It's just in front of you. Huh?
It's hidden.
It's not hidden. Let's say this is very big darts and very, almost like a corner, 90 degree or something. You see that? This is like very, this is kind of inevitable to go pointy. That's why next week I'm going to show you a little bit of how to divide your dart. But when you have something like that, guys, it's always better to cut it. So again, I am going to create a little bit of the tip, going to create in here. I can backstitch, that's fine. But from here, slowly, I'm going to concave it. Because I'm sorry, but this is like no way kind of thing. If it's going to hit my breast, that's going to be very problem. So that's what I do. So just kind of came here and almost like making, okay. Okay, out. Can I have my scissor? Yes. You, or let's say I did the, so this is my sewing. Again, I kind of, the tip made it little closer to the point, and then I came down to my, so at the tip I made it little bit. Let's say it is okay to do that. If it's not okay, then there's nothing you can do about it. One thing that you have to do, you have to give about 1 centimeters to your dart and then cut this piece, because that will make it a huge bumpiness. And in here, you can press it down. And in here, you can actually open up this area, little close, but not too close to your point. Maybe keep about 0.5 centimeters away. And then you open up this area and then press it. You press it here at the tip of here. There is one thing, is your very best friend is, there is a little bump, Joshua, a little bumpy thing, something I'm ironing on it is over there. Top gibi kumaştan. Do you want me my help? Guys, if you do have this kind of problems on, definitely have these. And when you're, this is very helpful, especially for the ironing. And this is the area you have to press it, little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit. And when you come here, you lift this up and press here with your tip of your iron. So, and over this area, you have to put a cloth on it, and don't come here, because you always press it from this side and do not press it too much. And if the tip needs a little bit of cleaning again, just do it as much as possible. And that will create a less, thickness around here. This is the stuff that I will cover it, especially in drafting and talking about. And there are ways of ironing. I have to talk about and show you a little bit of ironing of the wool fabrics and how you can shape the whole shoulders, armholes, tip of the armhole, like the shoulder parts and areas with the right ironing. Right pressing and using the steam to create the curves and shapes. Anyway, going back to my station. Yeah. Okay. Am I here? I'm not here. Huh? One? Okay, I'm here.
Marathon.
Yes, it's 2 hours. Good. And now we're going to talk about other stuff. more fun girly stuff. The stuff that Josh loves to hear. Oh, okay. You got it? Okay, now let's get back to business. Why did I do that? You did that. I did it. Okay. Now, I want to show one of the another questions in the group. I want to cover that. We'll talk about it before we go. Sorry, this one. Where is my pen? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Okay. Nikki. Let me see my phone. Maybe I need to go toward my phone. Yes, I do have it in my phone. Can I airdrop to this? I can try. iPad. This is the one. Was it? Yes. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. This is actual dress in a better picture resolution. This is Jenny Peckham. She loves Jenny Peckham and Alexander McQueen for special events. I mean, all of her events are special, but very formal ones. Definitely she goes with the Jenny Peckham and Alexander McQueen for the last 10 years. I hardly seen her with any other brands, but I'm going to talk about that as well. So this is when I separate the piece into a few patterns. This is actual the way of the making this pattern. Yeah, the skirt is exactly the same skirt that we have draped. Turn it into a pattern in the demo. No, that girl in the back, do you see the... Yes, she's there. That's her. This is her skirt. But this time, using the same skirt, she added the design is actually added the little yoke around the waist that is creates a more leaner shape around the waist and her top bodice. For these bodies, it is not a free looking bodice like the one she have it on other dresses. She has actually built up bustier underneath. Let's talk about this. Do you see that? You don't see that? What happened? I just did the screenshot and it's not showing. Okay, maybe. Okay, no, see, you see that? It's kind of frozen in the back. Let me see. It's my computer. See, it's not doing that.
Yeah, iPad's doing it for some reason.
iPad is doing that? Let's wait for it. The technology. See, it's not doing it again. Is that?
Airdrop öncelik kazandık şekilleri anlamadım.
Maybe this time? Okay. Whatever. Oh, kendimi göstereyim. Me here. Okay, I want to show you something close up in here. This is all hand attached to the bustier. Do you see that? This is all hand attached with the tiny right here. And you see, actually, I can see like this line is going this way. Do you see the line of this beads. It's not beads. What is it? Sequins. All actually wrapping around the breast, right? And these are hand attached, and this is the armhole underneath, which is open because the starting from here, that there where it's attached. Okay, and it's built in a shoulder pad for the structure for her shoulders coming out to create more straight look. And this one is maybe half circle cape, or maybe not. Half circle should be fine. I think it's the half circle of the cape in the back, maybe quarter. There is 2 quarters on the each side, so altogether probably half circle and the back, and coming at the straight grain on the back of the neck and coming down. So in here, this is a straight, this is coming this way, so this is straight grain, so this area is a cross grain. Okay, and this one is pretty good. I can see the bustier stopping somewhere around here, like that, the bottom of the bustier, so this area doesn't puck out. And probably maybe this area is kind of attached a little bit, tacked a little bit, tiny bit, so it doesn't pucker out up, it's not creating that thing. So this area maybe is attached a little bit to the bottom of the bustier, like here a little bit. These are for the dressmakers, ladies. So from there, and it's free, and after that is free, and that goes down. So this is the how this dress is made. I'm going to talk about her because I think there was like you were asking who's the designer. This is Jenny Peckham, and Jenny Peckham is a very, very, very classic look of Jenny Peckham collection. And I want to talk about some of the designers that she chose, if you like to hear, before we say goodbye. And let me go toward the name that I'm going to show you guys. If I can go to my Google. How do I go to Google from my iPad? Oh, Chrome. Oh, I don't have a Chrome, so Safari. I kind of hide everything on my iPad because I don't want Arya to have access to Google that much. Okay, there are. I need to. How do I? Should I do it with my phone? Let me do it by my phone because this is Arya's iPad now, and it can be very scary sometimes when I see it. Okay, so her gowns. She mostly picks her gowns from 2 designers, as we know, Alexander McQueen and Jenny Peckham, for the very special events and stuff. And everybody knows, but you might know, you don't care and not know. Her wedding dress designer is Alexander McQueen, but of course Alexander McQueen was, not there anymore. And Sarah Burton is a designer for this Alexander McQueen. So she started with her wedding dress, and she took over all her special event clothing. And the Jenny Peckham, I think she started in somewhere maybe around 2000. If I'm not mistaken, 15 or something. Yes, maybe 12 2012. She started in 2012 because in 2011, I think she got married. And then she started working with the Jenny Peckham. After one event, she had this beautiful green dress and we had a lace all over here. And after that, we just saw her all, in very special events with the Jenny Peckham dresses. Anyway, so the other brands that she's using, I want to talk about that a little bit. She works very closely with her stylist and she became her best friend. I think, what was her name? Let me see. I think I have it somewhere in here. Natasha Archer. Natasha Archer is her stylist, and since 2007, and they've been working together. And very smartly, they started to build her signature look and everything together. When you have someone who is good at her work for such a long time and working together, she started getting the fruits of her hard work now, because she created a kind of a style now. She has a very significant Catherine, Princess of Wales style that everybody knows, and some designers just use her as a muse to create their collections and stuff. So she's working with her, and she exactly knows what she likes and everything. And she has special designers like Alexander McQueen or Jenny Peckham. They do have her measurements because they're working close with her. So whenever she orders a dress or she wants a dress that made for her, they know it, how exactly that's gonna look like her on her, because they have probably the fit model that is exactly like her. So it's not like she's going back and forth and making the alterations that much. She works with some designers that she usually works, and they know and that's why if you see Catherine, she never changes her body shape at all. She's very perfectly same look since the first years that we saw her, almost like exactly same, right? Maybe she's a little thinner, but she's still stays with her figure very carefully. And that's why she never have a big surprise in the alteration and this and that, because for the engagements and this and that, she has to have dresses done right for her. No time for making too much alterations that much easily. So other brands, like say, they started making this creating, because she's going to be a future queen, right? So she has to be careful in every single steps that she's taking, or designers she's working, and brands that she's wearing. So they started making this, creating that only British-based brands she's wearing. Like 99% of the time, it's all London-based or British-based British designers. She's not wearing much of any other brands that much. Like you hardly will see, especially for special events, engagements, duties, you will see British designer. And somehow, again, 90% of those designers, only women designers. And so I think this is a very smart move, and mostly she kind of stays away from the big manufactured designers. The usually picks the designers are actually making dresses in London or in-house, smaller mid luxury range. So to stay away from the controversy of some workshop in, I don't know, Singapore, China just collapsed and people died, and she's wearing their dresses. So for any kind of headache that might occur in future, she's actually they are very careful with the designers that they are choosing to kind of endorse. And apparently they are mostly British and they're mostly women. And so this way she's supporting two with one work, right? That's even for her handbags. All her handbags, as I see lately, especially last 3-4 years, they are being very careful. Like they are going with the Mulberry, Aspinall of London, Demelier London. Demelier is a French brand, okay, but it's London based. Now Demelier is in London. Anya Hindmarch, Alexander McQueen. So these are the designers, even for the handbags that she chooses. Only in the shoes, she sometimes has to go with the Italian brands because they make the best shoes. I mean, she has to stay on her feet for like 10 hours with the high heels. So on the shoes, she usually stays with the Italian brands. But the handbags and her dresses are mostly some people are so funny. Believe me, if she reaches the menopause, she's gonna still look like herself. When there is so much stay, in the state, you will keep because we saw what happened to other people. Megan, anything wrong they do, they are like being, pulled apart. She was probably too at the beginning of the royal, before she became wife of William or anything to become royal. She was like, probably she was like dragged in the mud all the time. So she learned her lesson in a hard way. And the title she's carrying is very much, she's smart. She's very careful, and she knows that she's carrying some kind of a thing that she has to be very careful around it, because the stuff that happened to her mother-in-law and all people around her and herself, she's like, you know what, let me just find a way to be careful and be find a way to be graceful about it and kind of a hush hush. So she's, yeah, whatever they are, the building, the brand, the social stance or everything is very carefully built, and I'm actually like her style. And for designers, she choose we know those, but there are the other brands that she wears too, like Solace London, another brand that the last time that she was in Boston for that gala, she wore that neon green dress. That's a Solace London. That's another brand. Again, women designer at the top. Alessandra Rich. She's Italian, but she has her design atelier and everything in London. So she's a designer, British designer, because all the tax goes to the British banks. So Alessandra Rich, you might remember her famous polka dots dresses that she usually wears in Ascot or Wimbledon. These are all Alessandra Rich so far as I know. And she wears that a lot, and it became her signature, some of her stuff. Maybe I can show you some of the pictures. Do you want that before we go? Let me just check out about Alessandra Rich. So you see the names, some designers, the women designers that you want to. Okay. So, yes, let's go. Is this? Yeah. Do you see that dresses? Oh. So these are the polka dots that she wears a lot in, especially like this kind of a sports events or some kind of a championship or Ascot. This is the designs. And who else she loves to wear? Eponine is another designer, British women. She's a designer and she's running her brand with her daughter. Actually, they are. I have to say Kate Middleton because it's faster. Sorry. Eponine, let me see. These are the style of the Eponine. This is how it's spelled. Eponine London. Take a look at their. If you are into design, guys, take a look at her website. They have a very interesting designs, and they do have mail order couture. So it is very interesting. They make everything in the house again. They are very small orders, but they do have also ready to wear, but still expensive luxury brand. But interesting. It is interesting. They kind of have this influence by 50s, 60s, but ladylike, glamour looking 50s and 60s, style with lots of color, lots of patterns. So it's fun. It's a fun brand to take a look at that. And there is another question here. Is a case tartan draped dress? That's a Burberry. Yes, it is in my list to future project. We are going to make that dress for sure. And I want to make that dress. And that was Burberry dress. And who else? Emilia Wickstead. That's another one that she does love to wear a lot. So these are her, like, everybody probably knows this look because I know it. I love this dress. And this is, she usually goes to the little bit more dressier engagements, or, some kind of a church going, like a court dresses. So she usually take that for the royal duties attendings, and she loves that brand as well. These are her looks from this brand. Little chic, very clean cut and look. So yes, I think we are about to say soon the last one. Maybe actually I want to give a little bit of this brand as well. Belua. Sorry, I'm Belua London. This is an interesting brand as well, guys. You might want to take a look. It just can come up itself. So you might remember these looks, especially she kind of sported that in around the beginning of the COVID. And this kind of a flowery, very, very conservative looking, but fun dresses. Like these are very, very ladylike though, right? And the thing about the brand I kind of like is, again, this is, there are two designers. Actually, they didn't start it as a designing. They were in the India helping vulnerable women and girls in needs. They were actually kind of volunteering to help them in India. And then they decided to create some kind of a work environment so they can start helping these ladies. So it started with the being there as volunteers, helpers, these two ladies, and then they were like, okay, what if we actually make dresses and brands and helping this? So it's all, helping these vulnerable women. It's very eco-friendly because they're all done in, not the big manufacturers. It's actually done there with them. And so it has a nice, beautiful story. You can take a look at it and just remember, when you put your heart into something, they started in the middle of one of the economic crisis as well. There are so many designers. These are actually started out of like 5,000, pound or 2,000 pound, and from nothing, from just volunteering work. So when you have your heart in something and you think that you want to do this thing for your life and you're enjoying it, there are ways there are ways to make it work. Some actually they are doing just by mail order. Some are doing in their houses. So they are actually, and Catherine, wearing their clothes. So there are ways to make it happen if you have your passion, love towards something that you would like to make and sew, and see other people are wearing. There are ways. Don't look at the American system. Don't look at here. It's a little different in Europe, especially different in UK. There are ways. So I would say just always search for something that will make you happy, even though it looks challenging and impossible. And again, drag yourself into a challenge. As long as you have your heart in it, I am sure if you're not become a millionaire, at least you can become a happy person. So love you guys, and happy new year. And we had a great time together. I hope you enjoyed it, and can't wait to jump into 2023 and start the new year with the new surprises, new great everything all together. So I have to go too. My son is probably going to scream out of the room and jumping out. That's like, enough as well. So love you. Happy 2023. Happy New Year. And hope to see you soon. So see you next week. Bye.